very much. And I think we'll have to wind down, but a quick word from Congressman Marcoleta. We have session at 3 o'clock.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I wish to take advantage of the presence of our distinguished former associate justices of the Supreme Court when, in particular, they say that the uh, amended, the recommended amendment to the Constitution by way of a people's initiative is more of a revision than an amendment, citing that it will violate Section or Article 6 of the Philippine Constitution. Uh, Madam Chair, the way this is my personal opinion, uh, the when we call for the congressional or the constituent assembly, it's the first mode to amend the Constitution or revise the Constitution. It says amendment to or revision of this Constitution may be proposed by one, the Congress upon three-fourths vote of all its members. So I'll proceed from that. When the Constitution simply say of all the members of Congress, it takes the totality of the members of the House of Representatives and then the Senate. Paano po yun, Justice Ascuna or Justice Carpio? Ang sabi po ninyo, if for example, the members of the Senate would not agree, kunwari po, inimbitahan namin sila, but they did not go there, or probably 2 or 3 only of them came in, and so hindi po represented ang Constituent Assembly. So there will be no time at all that we will be utilize that particular mode of amending the Constitution by simply for the Senate to refuse to go with us and meet with us as a Constituent Assembly. Wala pong mangyayari at yung pong napakahalagang provision na itinakda ng gumawa ng saligang batas para susugin ang saligang batas ay hindi po mangyayari kahit kailan. The House of Representatives will be at the mercy of the Senate. Kasi sasabihin lang po nila, wala po kaming 3/4, sir. I'm sorry. And this has been the case. I have been long enough in Congress to see that our invitations were not even responded to. Wala pong nangyari. The Senate, with all due respect, sat on all the invitations. RBH1, RBH2, whatever RBH. Wala pong mangyayari. Siguro po, sa akin lang palagay, pag sinabi niyang 3/4 of all the members of Congress, we get the totality of the members. Halimbawa po, ngayon po ay 309 ang members ng House of Representatives. There are 24 members of the Senate. We have 333. 3/4 of that is 249, I think. So sabi po ng ating mga kaibigan sa Senate, dilute naman kami. Tama naman po yun eh. 300 po kami, 24 sila. But that is the simple language of the Constitution. Yun po yung sinabi. Alam nga naman pong yung 300 ay lulunurin ng isang timbang tubig, Mr. Justice. So kailan po mangyayari talaga? It will not even be in the foreseeable future. Maybe we will wait for all eternity para lang po mapapayag namin ang aming mga kaibigan from the Senate to meet with us. Mag-uusap lamang po kami, hindi po mangyayari. Just the invitation. Wala pong mangyayari. Para pag-usapan namin whether we will vote separately or jointly. But in my own personal opinion, kasi po, hindi po kami gagawa ng batas. When we join ourselves as a constituent assembly, we are not making legislative function. We're not doing legislative function. In the same manner, in Section 18, Article 7, kapag ka po i-revoke natin ang proclamation ng martial law. Sabi po ng article, Congress voting jointly by a vote of at least a majority of all its members. Ganon din po yung pagkakasabi. Why? Wala pong legislation involved doon. When we propose an amendment to the Constitution, we are simply a member of the Constituent Assembly. Kaya nga po iraratify po ng ating mamamayan through a plebiscite. In Section 19, last paragraph of Article 7, sinabi, when the President shall have the power to grant amnesty with the consensus of a majority of all the members of Congress. That is not legislative. Kaya po pwede po yung joint eh. Nangyayari lang po yung bicameral pag gagawa po kami ng batas. Tama po yung sinabi ni Majority Leader Joel Villanueva. Magpapalit po kami ng kalye. Legislation po yun eh. So magbabicam po yun. In this case, we are not doing legislative function. We are simply proposing an amendment to the Constitution. That is a constituent power. Ginagamit po namin, that is not legislative. Ang totoo po nun, ang mag-a-approve naman po ng aming proposal, yun pong mga mamamayan natin. Siguro po, Madam Chair, it is a respectful request for everybody to consider na baka naman po hindi separate voting talaga. Kasi po, ang totoo niyan, yung gumawa po ng saligang batas, Madam Chair, kung gusto po niyang i-distinguish, isa na lamang po, sabi po nila, katulad po nung Section 11, last paragraph, Article 7, kung gusto po nung gumawa ng saligang batas na i-distinguish talaga, joint voting, joint assembly, ganito po sinasabi, Section 11, last paragraph, Article 7. Congress determines by 2/3 vote of both houses voting separately. Tingnan po ninyo. Of both houses voting separately that the President is unable to discharge the powers of his duties. Dinidistingue po niya eh. Section 9, Article 7. In case of a vacancy in the office of the Vice President, the President's nominee from the Senate or House of Representatives shall assume office upon confirmation of a majority vote of all the members, both houses, voting separately. So, Madam Chair, may pagkakataon po sa buhay ng ating saligang batas, kung minsan sasabihin niya na, i-distingue niya, voting jointly, or in joint assembly, voting separately. But in this case po, napansin ko, pagka po hindi tayo gumagawa ng batas, if we are not in a legislative work, ang sinasabi po ng gumawa ng saligang batas, it is simple, the totality of all the members of Congress. Kaya tingin ko po doon, joint voting. Salamat po, Madam Chair.
Maraming salamat, Congressman Marcoleta. Nagmamadali po tayo dahil may session pa kami ng 3:00. Pero huling hirit yata kay...
Napahiya sina Senator Amy. Tignan niyo, walang komento. Diba? Kasi maliwanag naman eh. Kung ano talaga yung sinasabi doon eh.
Of the Constitution, as well as the ponentes of the relevant cases. Justice Carpio, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Constitution expressly provides that Congress shall consist of the House of Representatives and the Senate, period. It does not say that Congress, when performing legislative functions, shall consist of the House and Senate. So Congress is composed of the Senate and the House regardless of what they do, whether performing legislative function or approving the declaration of martial or doing other things. No? But in the declaration of martial law, they have to meet, but the Constitution is voting jointly. It's the only instance in the Constitution that you can find the phrase voting jointly. In other words, this is an exceptional case. That's why if you add voting jointly in another provision, that is an exceptional case that departs from the general rule that the Congress shall be composed of the House and the Senate. Vote, and when one chamber cannot act without the approval of the other. You cannot even pass a law renaming a national road if it is an act of the House alone. You cannot pass an ordinary law without both chambers approving. And the Constitution is the highest law of the land. You cannot just say the Speaker alone shall convene the Constituent Assembly and you need only 255 votes that will all come from the House, and you can disregard the 24 votes of the Senate. That is an exceptional departure. That is a revision. So you cannot do that in a people's initiative. You can do that in a con or a con-as. I want to emphasize again, the Constitution is the highest law of the land. If you pass an ordinary law, both chambers must approve. And therefore, when you amend the highest law of the land, subject to ratification, you must also both approve. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Madam Chair, I made the qualification
I'm
that...
sorry, but I think we're short for time.
Maski na 1 minute lang, Madam Chair, because, you know, this is very, very important. Ang sinabi ko po kanina, kino-qualify ko.
But may I thank Justice Carpio for coming to the Senate
Yes, ma'am.
and enlightening us with his extraordinary perspective and participation in all that
Yes.
past in our history. So, yes, Congressman Marcoleta, we have session.
I made a qualification, Madam Chair, na kapag ang Congress po ay nagsanib para sa Constituent Assembly, hindi po kami gagawa ng batas. Wala po yon. Tingnan po ninyo, Justice Carpio, Section 3, Article 11. The House of Representatives shall have the exclusive power to initiate all the case of impeachment. Hindi bicameral po yun, kami lamang po yun. Yung constitutional, yung Commission on Appointments, this is an independent body enshrined in the Constitution. Hindi po ang gawain namin po doon ay gumawa ng batas. We are there to evaluate and test the competence and the merits of the appointees of the President. Wala po kaming ginagawang batas doon. That is why doon po voting jointly kami. And we are members of a constituent body. Nasabi po rin CA. Hindi po ba? Pagka po nagkaroon ng trial sa Senate, pagka po yung impeachment, hindi po kami, ang Senate lang po is dissolved, trial. Nakalagay din po sa Constitution, that is not even bicameral. When a treaty or international agreement shall be valid and effective if concurred in by at least two-thirds of all the members of the Senate, hindi po kami kasali doon. That is not bicameral.
I think I have to terminate the hearing.
Yes, ma'am.
We
Thank
have
you very
only
much.
one room, and this is the session hall. So unfortunately, we'll have to wind this down. I guarantee you there will be other hearings, and you will be duly invited. For the representatives from the other groups, we can invite you.
Okay. Tangina, nakakagigil. Alam niyo, tama yung sinabi ni Marcoleta. Meron ho kasing dalawang pagkakataon na buboto ang Kongreso at Senado. Okay? Ito yung tawag diyan, paggagawa po sila ng batas. 'Di ba? Paggagawa ho sila ng batas, it must be approved by both. Kapag mayroong hindi, walang mangyayari. Or kung naaprubahan naman po ng dalawang kapulungan pero mayroong differences, then they have to do a bicam para pagkaisahin ang kanilang version. Kung hindi naman sang-ayon ang version nila sa gusto ng presidenteng mag-aaproba, then the president must veto. Di ba? Yun ang proseso eh. Ang gagawin ng presidente, kailangan niyang isulat kung ano ang dahilan bakit niya ito tinanggihan. And then, Ibabalik ito kung kanino nag-originate. Kung yung panukalang batas sa Kongreso ba o sa Senado, ibabalik sa kanya. For them to patch everything. Tapos babalik na naman uli yan. So approve na. Pagbalik sa presidente, 3 na silang nagkakasundo. Para maaprubahan at maipatupad ito. Pero kung nakatadhana na sa saligang batas at wala nang kailangang gawing batas, kumbaga susundan na lamang nila yung sinasabi ng batas. Yung ang sinasabi ko palagi, ang Article 17, Section 3, sinasabi doon, voting yung as Congress, okay? Ang Congress daw po, 2/3 votes nito may call for convention. So ang sinasabi doon, Congress as a whole. Okay, as a whole. Ngayon, kapag hindi nila nakuha ang 2/3 votes, okay, ng Senado at Kongreso combined, hindi nila ito nakuha, then nakuha naman nila ang majority, then pupunta sila sa taong bayan para direkta na tayong tanungin, gusto nyo ba ng pagbabago sa saligang batas? And that is the time that we will vote yes or no. And then tatrabahuin na nila yung mga amyenda. Now, kung ang trip nila that they must be guided, meron silang prior agreement coming from Congress and coming from the House, from the Senate, na okay, economic provisions lang tayo, ito lang ang tatrabahuin natin. So hindi ho sila po pwede during the amendments process or the charter change or tsorbahin nila yung constitution, hindi sila pwedeng lumagpas because their mandate hanggang doon lang, and they must be gentleman enough. Sila lang naman ang nagkasundo. So kapag lumagpas doon, may pinasok na mga pagpapalit ng anyo ng gobyerno, abay gago sila kapag in-entertain nila. Bakit? Ang agreement nyo pare-pareho, yun lang economic provisions. So they have nothing to worry about. And now, ang problema, sabi nga rito ni Sir Carlos Maglasa, the Senate political paranoia was converted to people's worries by the Senate. Paranoid na paranoid, 'di ba? Wala namang sinasabi na ito ay babaguhin natin ang anyo ng gobyerno, mag-unicameral tayo. Sino ba ang nagsasabi niyan? Sino ho ba ang nag-i-insinuate niyan? Jaime Marcos and the Davao groups. 'Di ba? Sila lang. Sabi ko nga sa mga DBS, show it na sinasabi nila diyan sa People's Initiative. Ang sinasabi nga doon mali rin nga yung tanong kung tutuusin na pinapayagan ba natin ito blah 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 that the Congress and the House of Representatives voting jointly. Hindi po dapat tinatanong yun Kasi yun ay given na sa saligang batas. Now, to settle this once and for all, ang dapat po rito nilang ginagawa, kung hindi nila nilalaso ng isipan natin, kailangan nilang basahin sa harapan natin kung ano ang nakasulat sa transcript nung debate, particularly para sa Article 17, Section 3. Kung ito ba ay voting jointly, yung Congress na yan, or voting separately.